to order at 7:17. May we have the roll call, please?
Councilmember Chavez.
Here.
Councilmember Chen.
Here.
Councilmember Yu.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Mann.
Here.
Mayor Sternquist.
Here. Jerry, Mr. Jambazian, would you please stand and join us in the invocation? Jerry Jambazian, owner of Wonder Cleaners and Draperies located at 9136 Las Tunas Drive, will be providing the invocation this evening.
Thank you, Mayor. Let's bow in prayer, please. Our gracious Heavenly Father, thank you for your presence at tonight's City Council meeting. In this troubled world, we ask for your guidance upon our mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, and council members at tonight's meeting. Thank you for all the support staff that help make informed decisions that best benefit all the citizens of Temple City. Our great city has many signature family fun events. A week from tomorrow will mark our 28th annual Summer Concerts in the Park, which draws thousands of people to Temple City. June is also a month to celebrate the grand reopening of the new playground at Live Oak Park, which we're grateful for. Father, we continue to pray for those in the military that protect us on foreign lands, and we also pray for safety for our first responders, our deputy sheriffs, and firefighters. We especially mourn for the family of slain officer Samuel Riveros from Baldwin Park, who tragically lost his life in the line of duty on Sunday. Lord, for everything that is accomplished tonight, we give you all the praise and all the glory. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. I'm going to ask our deputy to please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Welcome back.
Thank you, ma'am. Can everyone face the flag? Place your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, we have a presentation. Peggy? It's not, it just says presentation, so I'm going to cost of that.
No presentations for tonight, Mayor Sternquist.
Okay. All right, we're going to have open up public comments on items not listed on the agenda. Is there anyone who would like to speak? All right. Don? Not listed. Did you want to?
Mayor, you have 3 public comment cards, sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm one of them.
Okay.
Thank you. I just wanted to take the opportunity to give some kudos to Athens Services. There's been a couple of things on my street. We had, unfortunately, one of our neighbors passed away, and his family really didn't know how to deal with some of the oversized items. I called them. I had my own bulky item pickup. They were great. They had a few I went out and talked to the drivers while they were there. There was something that was glass, which they normally wouldn't take, but when I explained to them the circumstances, they were very understanding and helpful. So I just kind of wanted to give a shout out to the drivers and say they're, you get out and meet them. They're really great guys.
Thank you, Dawn. It's nice to hear positive things. All right, Jing Lee, our librarian. Welcome, Jing.
Good evening, Mayor Sternquist and City Council member. This is Jeannie from Temple City Library. I'm here tonight to give you updates about library programs. While the schools are out, the library is full of activities. Once again, this year we're hosting the Lunch at the Library program. So in 2 weeks, from June 17 to August 8, Tuesday to Friday, every day, from 12 to 1, we'll provide free and nutritionist lunches for kids and teens 18 and under. This year, we were adding to summer tutoring site. So basically, we'll offer free tutoring for grade 1 through 6, starting June 17. That's going to be held every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So in the afternoon, the participant will receive 30 minutes semi-private tutoring in reading and math. So last year, those me was added, and this year we were added. And I was complaining, be honest with you, because it was extremely short of staff. But I was told by headquarters, they normally, when this new program come in, they want to choose Temple City because we get good numbers, that's why. We're also launching our annual Summer Discover program actually on yesterday. So this program is for people of all ages. This will end August 10th. So you register for the program, and then you log the books you have been read, and then activity will be completed, and then you can receive incentives and enter into the prize drawing. So we encourage the whole family to participate. And we'll also have many in-person programs for all age group. The upcoming one will be this Saturday, June 7th at 3 p.m. That's going to be the a juggler show. The performer, Michael Ziner, will play a lot of stunts and tricks, like balance a wheelbarrow on his chin, or a cheeseburger on an umbrella. So it's fun for everybody. We have many in-person programs at the library. So please visit our website, lacountylibrary.org, or give us a call at 626-285-2136 for more information. And thank you for your time, and have a good evening.
Thank you, Jean.
Thank you.
Good to see you. All right, let's see, Annie Park?
Hello, honorable council members and Temple City residents and people who love Temple City like us. We love Temple City so much that we moved our church here from Los Angeles. We've been here about 4 years, and I'm here from the Good News LA Church. I should have come sooner. It's so long overdue. I can't believe we've been here 4 years, and this is my first time coming to the City Hall, which you'll have to forgive me. I used to be a regular. I've known Councilmember Tom Chavez, for over 13, maybe 15 years. He came to my husband and my wedding, our wedding, and recently we had the joy of having Tom come over to our Lantern Festival event at our church. And so today I'm here specifically to invite the mayor, the council members, and frankly everyone in this room to attend our national prayer meeting that we'll be having, a breakfast on June 7th, which is this Saturday, beginning at 8:30. And after I'm finished with the comment, I will be passing out the flyers to you. So you'll have that in front of you. And you should have also received an email from me, as I've been, periodically sending emails for our various events. And so, this is our 32nd meeting. We gather the first Saturday of every month in Temple City, and various mayors, council members from all across LA, also church leaders, non-denominational. We have the priest from St. Luke's who comes to join us quite often, and just we're here under the goal of uniting our hearts so that we can pray for America, pray for Temple City, and pray for our youth and the future generation. And so we've been providing various programs through our church and through our Korean school, through our children's choir that we have. And one day I would love to invite them to come and, maybe perhaps sing for a council meeting one day. But better yet, I'd love for everyone to be able to join us at our church and see the heart that we have for this beautiful city. We love it so much that we moved from K-Town to Temple City. And so, I would just want to take this opportunity to invite everyone. You'll be able to meet like-minded people, and there's not a lot of cities in America where the council member begins with an invocation and with a prayer. And so, I think for us, we want to unite everyone with the heart of unity and being together and working together for the better good. And so that's why I'm here today, to formally invite you. I should have come so much sooner, and my only regret is that it took me so long to come here, but I'd love for you to join us. So thank you very much.
Well, we're happy you both came here this evening.
Oh.
And that's what matters, so thank you.
Should I give this to the
Yes,
clerk or
you-
should I pass it or?
You can pass them out.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Tom, did you
So,
want-
so I just want to follow up with what Annie said. Has it been, 13, 14 years now? We first met, Annie was involved with the IF, which is the International Youth Foundation, or Fellowship. And Jerry might remember, we hosted some events right here in council chambers. We had students from Temple City High School come and participate, and I was fortunate enough to be asked to speak at one of the, I forget what they call it, the World Camps in Irvine. And I thought, well, okay, sure, be a few people there, no big, and it showed up and there were thousands, I think, weren't there? Something like that. And I go, whoa, I still have that photo in my office, by the way. And it's been a long journey, and I was so pleased when I got to find out that they were moving to Temple City. It was just like a small world. Now here we are again. And I remember going down to Koreatown and attending some events down there as well. So thank you, and I'm sure there'll be other events that you'll have, and we'll be able to attend. And obviously you're doing well. It's been 4 years. And those of you who remember this, that used to be the church. It's a church right across from St. Luke's, and they've really done a great job in remodeling it and fixing it up, and it looks beautiful inside. So we still need to get Pastor over here to do the invocation one day. Yeah, we'll get that on the list.
And you
We'll
work,
let Peggy know.
work with Peggy.
Yeah, Peggy will
and
do.
you can definitely bring the children in to sing. That can be the invocation. I've always remembered hearing since grammar school that when you sing, it's praying twice. So Peggy, if she can work with you and get a date on the calendar, we'd love to have them here. So thank you.
I'll find Peggy's email.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see, anyone else? Public comment? Okay, I'm going to close public comment, and we are going to move to item 7, the consent calendar. All consent calendar items may be approved in a single motion as recommended unless removed for further discussion. Is there anyone who'd like to speak on an agenda item to have it removed? Okay.
Motion to approve consent calendar?
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. May I have a roll call, please?
Councilmember Chavez?
Yes.
Councilmember Chen?
Yes.
Councilmember Yu?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Man?
Yes.
Mayor Sternquist?
Yes. Okay, that's been approved unanimously. We move to item 7B, approval of agreement with the San Gabriel Valley Humane
It says
Society.
on the consent calendar.
Oh.
8A, ma'am.
Public hearing.
Where is it? Oh, I'm sorry. 8A, public hearing, adoption of resolution number 25-5815, ordering the levy of citywide lighting and maintenance district assessments for fiscal year 2025-2026. And Cindy, she already left. I just wanted to acknowledge her for coming this evening. I think that's why I got a little bit confused. All right, okay. Yes, Alex.
Good evening, Mayor, council members. The item here before you, as you just mentioned, is the ordering of the levy of a citywide lighting and maintenance district assessment for fiscal year 25-26. This is an item that comes before you every year. Just a little background, the Lighting and Landscaping Act of 1972 allows the establishment of assessment districts by cities for the purpose of providing certain public improvements, which include construction, maintenance, and servicing of streetlights, traffic signals, landscaping, parks, and recreation facilities. The 1972 Act requires that the maintenance assessment be levied according to the direct benefit, then according to the assessed value. The city formed the district in 1979 and confirmed assessment beginning in fiscal year 1979-1980. And each year, the city requires that well, the Lighting and Land Act requires that a engineering's report is prepared to determine the cost of the levy. Utilizing the direct benefit assessment method established in 1995, each year the city supplements revenues generated by the district, by the existing district, to finance the cost of providing maintenance and operation of street lighting systems and to cover the cost of providing maintenance and operation for traffic signals in the city. These assessments also cover the cost of maintenance for the medians and the parkway landscapes throughout the city. As far as the assessment, there is no change from fiscal year 24-25. The impact would be estimated revenues of $333,952 for fiscal year 25-26. Are there any questions?
Okay, Brian, did you want to add anything?
No, thank you, Mayor Sternquist. Nothing else to add.
Okay. All right, any questions for Alex?
No question.
No? Okay. I'm going to open the public hearing. Does anyone in the audience wish to speak on this item? Going to close public comment. And may we have a motion for this item and a roll call after?
Mayor, I would like to make a motion that we adopt resolution number 25-5815, ordering the levy and collection of assessments for fiscal year 2024-2025.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. May we have the roll call?
Council Viz?
Yes.
Councilmember Chen?
Yes.
Councilmember Yu?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Man?
Yes.
Mayor Sternquist?
Yes. Okay, we move to item 8B, Assembly Bill 2561, Local Public Employees Vacancy Report. The City Council is requested to conduct a public hearing and receive and file the fiscal year 2024-25 Annual Employee Vacancy Report. Brian?
Thank you, Mayor Sternquist, and I'll turn it over to Mr. Kong in just a minute, but this is a new state requirement as of January 1st. Fun state mandates. And so we don't meet the threshold for anything beyond what has been submitted today. You have to be above the 20% threshold, but I'll let Alex very briefly go over it, and Councilmember Chavez's favorite word, the perfunctory action that we'll be having to take today.
That is a nice word.
Good evening once again. So very quickly, on September 22nd, 2024, the Governor Newsom signed Assembly Bill 2561 into law, which became effective January 1st, 2025, requires public agencies to address the status of vacancies. The legislature determined that vacancies are an issue in the public sector and impact the delivery of public services. So what this bill requires is that the city present the status of vacancies and recruitment and retention efforts at a public hearing at least once a year prior to the adoption of the final budget. The public agencies are required to report job vacancies, recruitment and retention efforts, identify policies and practices that may lead to obstacles or negative impact for hiring process, provide recognized bargaining units an opportunity to participate in the public hearing, and if the number of job vacancies within a bargaining unit exceeds 20% of the total number of authorized full-time positions, we have to provide additional information. I'm happy to say as of June 3rd, 2025, we have a vacancy rate of 17.1, but there is a caveat to that, is that it's actually going to be a little bit lower. We have some new hires that are coming along in the next few days, and so that number will continue to go down. As far as recruitment activities, we had 6 openings that were posted. A total of 33 candidates were interviewed. 18 candidates were placed on the eligibility list. 5 candidates offered were extended. Employee retention, we have training opportunities and tuition reimbursement. We have employee recognitions and incentives. We have competitive benefits packages. That really kind of sums up the need of what this bill requires. Are there any questions?
Alex, do they have any guideline or a baseline for what retention efforts look like? Or they just say show that you're doing efforts for retention?
I think it's just showing efforts for retention.
It just seems like a lot of work additional work that needs to be done.
Gee, how interesting. The state makes us do more work than necessary? That's a novel idea.
Yeah, another unfunded mandate.
Yeah, who's paying for
Another,
that?
exactly. Oh, my goodness. Anyone else have a question for Alex?
No.
Over here?
I have one. Mayor, just one question. So presumably vacancies is calculated based on the budgeted positions at any given time, right?
It's,
Did
yeah,
they
like,
define
we
it?
just have to do it before the budget,
Before-
adoption of the budget. But, yeah, it's based upon, it's based upon the association's membership amount.
Oh, I see. It's
Yeah.
tied to that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's only for the associations.
So it's not, doesn't include part-time employees?
Correct. It
Or
doesn't.
management?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Do they even take into consideration, I know what the answer is, but the assumption, they make an assumption that candidates are easy to come by, when that is not really the case oftentimes. It's challenging to find employees. All right, thank you. Is there anyone who in the public who'd like to speak on this item? Nope. Okay, going to close public comment. Are there any final questions or comments from council members? William?
Go ahead.
Vincent?
Nope.
Nope. Nope. Okay.
We need to.
Receive
Do we
and
need
file.
do we need a
This is
motion?
receive and
Receive
file?
and
No
file.
motion.
No motion?
Okay, so we're going to receive and file this. Cross that out. We move to item 9, unfinished business, none. Item 10, new business, none. Item 11, update from our city manager.
Thank you, Mayor Sternquist. I'd like to give my time to our Community Development Director, who will report out on some activities and his discussions with the ad hoc on Las Tunas.
Yes, so the City Council ad hoc on the Las Tunas Streetscape, that's your council members Chen and you, met, I think it was last Friday. And the conversation really focused around one central question, but we went through the whole program and gave updates on all the different components and aspects of it. The main conversation piece was around the grant programs that were established and what should we do with the programs. There's 3 programs. Programs for a blade sign, that's a sign that kind of sticks out into the over the sidewalk so a pedestrian can see. There's the awning program, which was to provide new awnings as kind of a easy kind of a storefront improvement project. And then the third one was the cafe furniture program. Throughout the process, we had done a lot of outreach with the programs. We put together flyers and brochures in both English and in Chinese. We went to Chamber of Commerce meetings. We had a website. The website was even off of our front page. We did in-person visits. I think it was Councilmember Chavez who went to a lot of the businesses. And then we even did a social media video that was taped and put on social media. So with all of that, we got 9 applications. And of that, one of them wasn't in the qualified geographic region. So we had 8 qualified applicants. Through the process, especially on the blade sign program, we've only been able to move 1 applicant to a finished product. And right now that's under fabrication. But the question was, well, council members, do we want to continue the project and give it like one last push, or do we want to repurpose the funds? And the direction to us was, let's give it one last push. So what we're going to do with the Bladeside program and the awning program is we thought it might be helpful for the businesses to get an after sort of mock-up of what it would look like with the property now, plus with a new awning, and maybe that kind of direct marketing might benefit them. And The ad hoc also suggested that we go and make direct contact with the business owners, with the property owners. And so they both recommended that Councilmember Mann joins us, and they suggested they too would be willing to come and provide some conversation with the business owners. The concern was that maybe there might be some language barriers. Councilmembers Chen and you, and they said maybe Councilmember might be available to provide some translation assistance if needed. But we're going to make one hard push to really market the awning and the blade sign program. The cafe furniture program, if you ever go to Paths to Spicing, recommend that they put out their furniture. They received some furniture. Sometimes they forget to put it out, but you might want to remind them. El Ruiz Señor, the Mexican restaurant on Temple City Boulevard, they have their furniture. It's out. It's being used. So those were two successful uses. The remainder of the furniture we've placed successfully in the community room patio. It looks great. It's kind of helping with, especially with the chamber who uses that site for their meetings. So we've used up the cafe furniture in that way. So that was the direction we got from the ad hoc. And then I was going to fill you in on kind of the rest of the components, unless I was going to take a break and see if council members wanted to add something. So far, so good?
No, it was a very productive meeting. So, and we feel that coming from Director Reamer, we give a better report back to the council than we could. So,
there were a lot of moving pieces. So, there was an item, the metal entry signs into the downtown. Council approved that contract with the vendor on May 6th. That contract has been executed and we're setting up a pre-construction meeting. So that should be moving forward into fabrication soon. The vinyl banners will be going back down Las Tunas soon. We're hoping that we can get those printed by August, especially in time for putting them up for the kind of winter Christmas season. The blade signs, I gave you an update on that. The paver leveling is all complete. That part of the project is finished. The pots, the new pots are on order and are set up in the fabrication timeline. We're expecting to get the pots delivered in August, so you'll start to see that. And then on your agenda for your next meeting, you'll see a contract with the vendor who will be placing the pots, purchasing the soil, purchasing the plants, and planting everything. So we'll have those two components all contracted and ready to go, ready to be rolled out at the end of summer. The trash cans and benches have all been replaced. We are going to replace the benches near the bus stops. The way they're situated, the bus riders can't see the bus as it's coming. So we're going to fix that situation and get that resolved. The Art on Boxes campaign, the painters, we've been working with Temple City High School. We have 27 students who are interested. We have their contact information. We're connecting them with the artists. And that work should begin either next week or the following week. And the artist has like a 2-week period. So the timing actually worked out well because now the students aren't in school. They'll have more time that they can do the artwork. So within the next, hopefully by the end of June, all the work will be complete. But the maintenance staff has cleaned all the boxes and we're kind of ready on our side. So, there was the original part of the lighting project, which was to switch out to LEDs. That's complete. It was then expanded to the areas north and south of Las Tunas. There's a few more lights that we're going to change out on Temple City Boulevard just to make it kind of consistent. And then that will be complete. The painting project, we repainted all the street lights as well. The original scope is complete. Again, we've expanded that a little bit onto Temple City Boulevard to finish painting a few that were still green. So that will be complete by the end of June. And then we've also completed the new street signs and we put in what are called diffuser kits. So the new LED bulbs, we were a little bit concerned if you had a residence on the second floor of a building and those new street lights would be wider and appear brighter. So the staff installed what are called diffuser kits so that the light shines toward the street rather than into people's windows. So all of that has been installed as well. So some success and yet some things to look forward to.
Scott, I have a question. What is the development called next, adjacent to Cloverleaf?
We only refer to it by the address, but some
Okay,
people are
so I'm
calling
gonna
it the
call
Cloverleaf
the Cloverleaf.
mixed-use project.
I mean,
yeah.
I see things happening now, so can you
Yes.
give us a little update? Today I saw one of those big yellow things that digs, so I don't know what they're called.
An excavator.
Yes.
So the demolition part is complete. There were some legal issues between the two neighboring property owners about removal of the last wall. That's come down. All the concrete's been removed and is off to be recycled. The next step is there's actually the shopping center to the west. Their sewer line runs through the development's property. So there's some sewer work that needs to occur there. We need to figure that out. Well, we knew about that ahead of time. We have a plan, but they've got to do that sewer work first before they can move to the actual building coming up. But we have a pre-construction meeting tomorrow with the property owners and the contractors, and then you should start to see stuff come to third dimension by
Nice.
the end of summer.
I thought there was a component where they were going to put some landscaping on Las Tunas also. Was that a tree or?
There's, I believe so. I'll confirm
Okay.
by email because we have to redo the driveway, but I'll get back to you on email.
Okay.
yeah.
Because I thought that would be an enhancement on Las Tunas also, that they were going to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Any
don't
questions for
remember offhand.
Scott? Anyone?
Nope, we're good.
Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you to the ad hoc for their work on the project.
Thank you,
thank you
great
both.
report.
All right. Update from our city attorney.
With the long budget study session and closed session still to come, I think we'll skip until 2 weeks from now.
Okay. Great. Council reports regarding ad hoc or standing committee meetings. Anyone? Tom?
Mayor Pro Tem Mann and I did the recruitment, or the interviews for the council, commissioner
Oh, nice.
recruitment, and I've asked Mayor Pro Tem Mann to report out if you don't mind.
Yeah, so Councilmember Chavez and I had the opportunity to conduct interviews for 5 potential commission candidates. They went pretty well. I would say we had a lot of great candidates who were, they had great, interesting answers to our questions, but ultimately we only have one true vacancy on the Planning Commission, because part of our decision, or what we would recommend council do, is to reappoint incumbent commissioners who have expressed interest to continue their service, and we greatly appreciate the time and the dedication that they've already given to the city, and wish that they would continue to do so. So out of the 5, we wanted to bring 2 of them back for council to interview, and let council make the final decision, since it is a true vacancy. And I think we have a precedence for this. In the past, when we've had these vacancies, we've had the full council the opportunity to interview and ask them questions. So did I miss anything, Councilman
Well,
Chavez?
I think, looks like we're probably going to schedule it, Peggy, the second meeting in June, maybe prior to that meeting, like around 6:30, if we could do that. I don't know, do we have any closed session that day or not? I don't know. We are.
I'm not
certain yet.
not certain yet,
Okay.
sir.
But that would probably be, it shouldn't take more than a half an hour to interview the 2, and then we can make the decision as a council. So maybe 20, 30 minutes before the regular meeting begins. And so, Peggy, you'll just have to maybe work with that. We've already given the names of the 2 candidates we were going to ask to come back, and they'll be contacting them and let them know.
Who is the vacancy?
It's
Planning Commission.
Planning
Planning
Commission,
Beverly Guan.
Beverly
Beverly
Guan
Guan.
chose not to reapply.
Yeah.
So,
She's been with us for some time.
I think she served a couple
4
of terms already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
6
Yeah.
6
years
years?
at
46
least.
years,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Okay. Well, we can give her a certificate or,
I don't know how we usually do that.
How do we
I
do?
don't know if outgoing commissioners, do we bring
give
them
them a
for a
certificate of. or something?
certificate of merit or something like that? I can't recall
Definitely.
I don't,
If
I mean,
it's
we
the
can do
council's
it. I would
wish,
say.
direction.
I think we
I have no
always start.
objection to
I mean,
Yeah,
the
if
mayor
not,
can
we can
always
do it. I think it's
start
nice.
the
6
new
years is a
tradition,
long
yeah.
time.
We can even do that even,
Absolutely.
same meeting on, put it on
Yeah,
the
let's do it.
ceremonial matters or something.
Okay, perfect.
Good
Yeah.
idea.
Okay. That's it?
Yep.
Okay, anyone else have anything to report? Okay, council items separate from the city manager's regular agenda. Councilmember Yu, anything?
Nothing to add?
Councilmember Chen?
I attended the Miss Temple City pageant, very impressive. Young women, I presented certificates on behalf of the council to the outgoing court, and it was a very impressive production. So
Who's Miss Temple City? Do you remember? Who
you
was,
put me on the spot. Yes,
sorry about that. I know, I didn't remember last time I went either. It's okay. Well, they're gonna come.
yes,
They'll come to a future meeting.
yes.
You know
Yeah.
what I would suggest to them maybe is that, wasn't this the day after graduation?
Yeah, it was this past
It's like
Saturday.
if they're graduating or, it just seems,
It's just, well, you know.
A lot going
well, I mean, we
on.
can't control their calendar, but you know, May
it's so
is
busy
a very
for
busy month for
everybody.
us and for a lot of things, the schools, everything. It would have been nice maybe if they could have put it into June or something like that, maybe, I don't know.
When
but,
did, so
Yeah,
you have to be, you can't be older than a what, is it?
I think it's high school.
A junior, you can be,
I don't know, junior probably, yeah.
maybe they do it because seniors are gone, I don't know
I
in
don't
May, but, all right. Councilmember Chavez, anything?
I had, last week I attended, our once-a-year board meeting, with Sequoia Pacific. As you may recall, Sequoia Pacific is a captive company that the California Joint Powers Insurance Authority created. It's basically an insurance company that's owned by an insurance company. In this case,
interesting.
CJPIA owns the Sequoia Pacific. And the reason for that, a couple of reasons, of course, are that to try to keep rates down, to have another option as far as coverage. And to say the least, it's been in existence now for about 5 years. We're incorporated in Utah because they're one of the few states that recognize captives. And so we decided to incorporate there. We could have chosen Hawaii and gone to Hawaii once a year, but, you know, that's the way it goes. Utah's a nice place also. So we went to Utah. We have our annual meeting. Good news, as I mentioned earlier, it is doing very well from the standpoint that basically the initial investment dollars, it's now worth about 20 million. And so rather than just start spreading the money around to all the members, we're trying to say, well, what can we do and how can we use this to either pass it on to the members in some way, and that's why I mentioned earlier, could have an impact on our budget at some point. But that's the goal, and so that's the good news out of that. And you know, obviously, good kudos to the staff at California JPIA who run Sequoia Pacific basically, and they're doing a fantastic job. And I did fail to mention last time, I think, and although I know Ed brought it up, that Mayor Sternquist is now a member of our executive committee with the CGPIA, although she is a representative for Foothill Transit. As a delegate for Foothill Transit, she is eligible to serve on the executive committee, and we're happy to have her. And so we'll continue doing what we can. And, you know, it'd be a nice thing. I know Brian mentioned earlier about how the rates are going up and stuff, and you know, like any insurance, it's claims driven. And, you know, one of the things that California JPIA does that I think is different from other risk managers or providers is that we try to educate and keep those claims from happening in the first place. And we've seen examples of that in our city. And, you know, that's the only thing that really keeps those rates down. And then also in the insurance industry, as you guys know from reading the newspapers, it's just difficult to get people to insure now. It's very costly. Many of the big insurance companies are not writing policies in California for numerous reasons, and so that affects a lot of the rates that we have to pay as well. But it is a constant challenge, but we'll keep doing what we have to keep doing, and have confidence in the staff at JPIA to work towards that end. And so, more to follow on that.
Yes.
What else? I think that's it. I wasn't able to go to the graduation on Friday. We were just getting back from Utah, and I understand it went well. I hope, I know Ed probably will talk about that tonight a little bit, maybe. Or you didn't mention it, but
I didn't go.
Oh, no, who went?
No.
You or William?
Yeah, Mayor
I'm
Pro
sorry. Yeah, okay, so William was. That's it for me. Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Sure. Yeah, and as Tom mentioned, this past Friday on a nice sunny Friday afternoon, I attended the Temple City High School graduation class. And of course, what made it special was this was their first time doing it on the new, brand new, renovated, beautiful, gorgeous sports complex. So despite the sun, we had a breeze, so that kind of helped a little bit. There were over 500 students in the graduating class. But kudos to the school district for a very efficient way of getting all the graduates
It
on
always goes
stage.
fast. It's
Yeah, they
surprising
had
how fast it goes.
two lines, and at first I was like, it's not alphabetical. And then Maria Gardner was the one telling me, oh, well, they split up the last name. So on one start, it starts with the A, and the other side starts with L or M. And so they go pretty fast. I felt for our colleagues at the district because they were facing the sun, but I guess that's how it happens every year. But nevertheless, what struck me was the impressive amount of young people who gave speeches. There were a number of them that gave remarks, and I don't know if they taught them this in high school, but I certainly don't recall any courses or classwork when I was in high school that taught you how to write a speech or give a speech. They all did phenomenal work.
No valedictorian, right?
They did not.
Again.
They don't do
announce-
valedictorian.
No
I
more.
know.
Wow.
That-
In
it wasn't
college,
list-
do they do valedictorian?
I think it depends
still?
on the college.
Yeah, some colleges, they have a fancy Latin name for
Oh, do they?
Yeah, but anyway, one thing that struck me also was the recurring theme for a lot of the speeches from the graduates was this idea of kind of uncertainty for them looking ahead, but also there's this kind of great desire of coming back to Temple City because we are ultimately there was a lot of talk about a small town feel, how we are a small community, small tight-knit group. So you go through so many years of school with your friends and classmates, and then now everyone's kind of going off to college, other places. So it's I could understand how intimidating that could be, but all of them ended on this note of hope and opportunity for these bright young graduates. So congratulations to all the graduates for the class of 2025, and also congratulations to our partners at the district for one, being able to complete the infrastructure upgrades to the point where they can actually open it up. I think some of us took the tour a couple weeks ago of the site, and so we know that there's a lot more work that they're doing, like the softball fields, and there's some other facilities. But it looked fantastic. I mean, you couldn't really tell that there was a lot of other work that
Did you
needed
feel
to
the
be done.
turf? Was it warm? I wonder.
You know,
if it holds heat.
I didn't get a sense that it did because
okay.
it was already so warm. So
Yeah.
I mean, you probably couldn't really feel that much of a difference. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Good.
That's all I have. Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go to the JPIA, and I really missed it, but I was able to do it by Zoom. But I'll tell you, if you're ever going to get a toothache, do not get one on a holiday, because not even emergency dentists call you back. So I was just out of commission for about 5 days, 3 days of pain with not being able to get to a dentist. And then finally on Tuesday morning showed up at my regular dentist, who sent me back to, or said it needed to come out. And so basically I had a root canal on a tooth that inevitably had to be extracted. And this was all in the process of going back and forth to a specialty dentist, get the root canal, my regular dentist saying, no, there's a crack in that tooth, go back and see what the specialty dentist says. And the specialty dentist said, oh no, my work is perfection. And then about a month later, I'm in excruciating pain. So it was just really something. I've never experienced pain like this. So please take care of your teeth. I mean, I thought I was doing what I needed to do, and unfortunately, it just happened. So I missed graduation, missed Temple City, you name it, and finally, I'm able to eat well today. I went to have the recheck, and so I apologize for anything that I might have missed in the city, but I have great support from all of you, so thank you for picking up those pieces. And I was able to call in on the JPIA meeting. I look like a chipmunk, so I wasn't, but anyway, I feel so much better, and today's the first real meal I'm going to eat, so I'm grateful for that also. And let's see. We're going into recess to closed session now. So I think we need to ask, are we going to stay here or?
I think
Sure, we're going to go
announce it, though.
into the closed session room, and for the benefit of the public, this is a closed session conference with labor negotiator pursuant to Government Code Section 54957.6.
Okay, Greg, do you have an estimate on the time?
Hopefully less than 30 minutes.
Okay, just to give the public
I
a
would
time.
say 30 to 45 minutes.
Okay. All right, so we are going to do that.
Madam Mayor, before we adjourn, would it be
Yes.
possible to move or seek if there's any public comments for items
Sure.
not listed on the agenda so that?
Okay, so we'll just move that up. Are there any public comments on the agenda? Jerry? No? Okay,
Yeah, so
So-
when we come back, there won't be anything other than adjourn.
yes.
Report out and return.
Okay, so thank you for those of you who were here tonight and are leaving now. Thank you. Thank you.